Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring ting tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Look at this. Oh man. Cajun chicken Alfredo. I added the extra cheese. This is leftover from when we went out to eat yesterday at Tom's Pizza and Steakhouse. Look at that. Horrible. Yes, I have my Santa Claus hat on because it makes me happy. And I think we should make ourselves happy. As long as it's not hurting nobody. Right? So, good food. Oh. Santa Claus hat. We're going to be talking about some good news. Positive things. I'm one of those people that just let things ruin their day, you know? So much stuff in the news, so much stuff against people, so many rights and so many things being taken away, and there's no lightheartedness anymore. There's no positivity anymore. So those things affect me because I grew up 70s, 80s, you know, even in the 90s. Things were happy. Yeah, there was still bad in the world, but things were happier. And yes, I was a child through the 70s and 80s, but still in the 90s, there was a lot more happiness. Today is, today's times are just horrible. Not only do I feel sorry for the kids that are not born yet, that are going to grow up in this, but for the ones that are already born and growing up in this. I feel sorry for the adults that grew up in my time and before, and that see what it is now. So I feel sorry for people. And I let things get to me and bother me. And then it's all I focus on. So this live stream is going to be focused on more good news that I can find. It's going to be focused on food. on happiness, on things that bring us joy. This live stream could go on forever. I don't know. I mean, I think we could all use some happiness in our lives, right? I know I could. Now I'm mad. Hey, I'll start off. Good news. It's Friday Eve. That's good news for those of us that have weekends off. So happy Friday Eve, guys. That's just the beginning. We're going to find all kinds of good positive things to talk about on this live stream. So how about that? Really good. If you happen to be in here, let me know if you can hear me. Everything good? I know I'm probably starting this at a bad time. Here in West Tennessee, it's only 4:05. I know a lot of people still at work, but I mean, I don't get a whole lot of people watching anyway. So, people can always go back and watch, right? There's no be kind, please rewind. You just go back and watch quickly. No rewinding. We're in the digital world, guys. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it so crazy? For those of you that grew up like I did, you know, with 45s and 33s or whatever vinyl was, and cassettes. To go from all that, then you go to CDs. If that's not crazy enough, then you go to all digital online and stuff, and everything you want is at your fingertips. It's crazy. That's what she said. It's really crazy. A goal of mine is to get back into some physical media as far as music goes. Now, depending on funds and all that kind of stuff, I would eventually like this year for me to acquire a nice stereo amplifier and speakers, possibly a turntable, CD player, something like that. And plus I can hook it up all up to my computer where I've got countless music. But I really want to try to get back into more physical type of media. Not on a huge scale to where I've got a house full of stuff, but just a few things to to be able to hear real music again and to feel it and touch the media. I used to have all kinds of albums and CDs and all that stuff, and once I started going digital in like 2000, 1999, 2000, I started getting rid of everything, all my stuff, all my CDs. And here these last few years is the first time since I've been a little kid that I haven't had a stereo. I've always loved my stereos. I sold everything. Sold off all my stuff. When we were moving out of our home of 15 years, I started selling a lot of my stuff, all my construction tools and all that stuff. I started selling off more of my other things, and then we moved over into another house that we were renting, and then we moved from there to Las Vegas. But before we moved from there, I started selling more stuff, all my audio and video stuff, from my HD projectors to my speakers and stuff that I built myself, and did all that stuff, and to my nice Pioneer Elite receiver, to just everything, man. I got rid of everything. So hey, what's up, John? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I love them Serwins too, and I'm actually looking at more. So, God, you still got that old stereo? Awesome. That's good. I hate that I got rid of everything, but all the moving that we did over the last few years, and I couldn't have had all that stuff with me, all the stuff that I had. So I ended up selling it, and it is what it is. You can always, the way I looked at it is, you can always get things again eventually, and maybe even get more stuff that you wanted, even more. So leftover Cajun chicken Alfredo pasta from Tom's. Hope everybody's doing good your way, John. I know it's starting to get a little late your way. So I appreciate you jumping in here and chatting. Hey, you need to get you a camera, and that way we could go back and forth here. Me and Lee were just talking yesterday whenever we were at Tom's. We're kind of surprised that your mom and dad hadn't moved to Greece. Since that's, where you're there and the grandkids are there and everything. So kind of surprised that they haven't moved there yet. And I'm surprised that you haven't moved back. It's a shame, But even as bad as Greece has been over the past few years, you're probably still better off over there. Oh, it's in the plans? Well, I mean, I hate it. You guys, are like my family, Jimmy. But, I understand, there's not a whole lot for him here probably, so. How so? You're probably talking about whenever I said Greece is probably better off than here. Just everything. I know you watch TV. You probably watch the news. I know that. I'm not a big TV news guy. I just see things periodically online, or if I'm in the living room watching TV with my wife, I don't really watch. Man, our country's just going to crap, dude. Now, I'm trying to make this live stream positive, so I don't want to get on too much of that stuff. Because my mind is always negative. I'm one of those people that focuses on all this negativity and all these problems, and it eats me alive. So, how's it better in Greece? How's it better in Greece? Well, like I said, now, like I said, I know Greece has had its fair share of problems. But, like I said, you watch the news, you know what we're going through in this friggin' country. It sucks. But, let me do something here. Shall I? Maybe? Oh, let me do this. Okay. Hey, now I'm little bitty Mike. How you doing? What I have here is a website that I pull up from time to time. Not enough, but from time to time. It's called Good News Network. What is it about, you may ask? Well, it's about good news, which is what we need more in life to get away from all this crap. We need more good news, So you can go in here and find all kinds of things from whatever to whatever. So, good news, all USA world inspiring animals heroes. Let's go and look at. I'm just gonna go into the USA port place here. Shall I? Ooh, 6 cities, and this state will pay you to move there. Ooh, sounds amazing. Let's see. Mississippi City will pay you a monthly something real. Okay. Sanctuary containing healthiest coral reefs in the world, just tripled in size. Let's look at that. We need to see more of this, right? Good News Network. Sanctuary containing healthiest coral reefs in the world, just tripled in size thanks to U.S. government protection. Is that true? I hope so. So I guess in the Gulf of Mexico, Mexico's largest coral sanctuary just got 200% bigger. Well, that's good. Hey, that's good news, right? something positive. I won't go into a lot of detail, but increasing the sanctuary size from 56 square miles to 160 square miles. That's pretty good. Hope it has a positive effect. Right? We need positive. Positivity. Positivity. Right? Here we go. Let's look at this. Instead of staying home, American youth are answering the call to serve with AmeriCorps. Well, that's nice. 230 energetic young adults from across the nation have piled into vans to begin a new adventure serving others through the AmeriCorps National Civilian Community Corps. Boy, that's a lot of words right there. That's good. Looks like they're doing a little bit of everything. From food banks to helping to build to, I guess, COVID-19 stuff to whatever. So that's pretty cool. That's always nice to see. Especially from youth, but I would like to say really from anyone. You know? Especially in this day and age, that's good. Hey, let's check this out. I think I've heard of this. I've seen this story, I think. Good news on an epic bike trail stretching coast to coast across USA as cycling popularity soars during pandemic. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I guess it's about 3,700 miles. That's a good little ride. So it says more than 1988 miles have already been completed. That's pretty cool. It'd be really great if it connected to Tennessee somehow. That's on my list of things to do. Oh, there's a lot of bikers over there. I kind of figured. It seems like there's a lot of cyclists more overseas. You know, it seems like there's a weird misconception here with cyclists. Number one, that they're idiots and evil and don't know how to ride a bike. You know, and whatever. But it's also, I think there's a weird misconception that riding a bike means you don't have a car, or you're homeless, or you're a bum or something. It's like, I've talked to people and they would rather walk as to ride a bicycle. Because there's people that, you know, go to work around here that don't have a car or anything, and they would rather bum a ride, call in, or walk as to get a bicycle. And I'm like, I've talked to a couple of them, and I'm like, why? Why would you walk when you could literally get to work in, you know, a tenth of the time? It's weird. And then you have other places that, there's more bikes than cars. It's so weird. People are weird. All right, let's look at this. Amazon launches $2 billion housing fund to make 20,000 affordable homes available for working families in 3 cities. And joggers too, yeah. Hey, that's good. People getting out, There's a lot of states and cities, towns, and different countries in that still are kind of iffy with what they're letting people do. So, most of the places allow you to go out and get your exercise and do stuff, even if they don't allow you to go and do other things. They seem pretty good on letting you go out and get your daily activities in and all that, because number one, it helps with your health, and number two, it helps with your mental health. Well, I'm done with the leftover pasta. I'm done with it. What's up with this thing? There. Whew. Well, number one, I'm sorry that the COVID's going crazy in Greece. Number two, I'm not exactly sure how it's doing here. Again, like I said, I don't really look at the news and stuff, really. But I think we're kind of leveling out a hair, maybe. I could be wrong. They're gonna have the fish fry this year. Is that good? Is it bad? Is it time? I don't know. I'm not one to really judge. I'm kind of wanting to get things back to normal and what have you, but I don't know when the time is exactly right, All right, let's go to another. Let's go to world. Let's look at the world good news. How about that? Let's see what we can dig up. Let me refresh because it's not wanting to load right. Let's look on this one. It caught my interest. Why did it catch my interest? Mike, why do you care about this Spanish city? Well, I don't know. Did you get vaccinated? No, I'm not vaccinated. No vaccination. Spanish city is squeezing green electricity from leftover oranges. Now, the reason I clicked on this was, number one, that sounds interesting, and number two, ever since the pandemic started, I've really been eating a lot of oranges. I've been eating, going and getting bags of those mandarin oranges, the smaller, easy to peel, seedless. I've been eating the heck out of them things for months now. And I don't have any in the house right now. Well, I do have some, but they're not the mandarin. Well, I don't have any real thoughts or opinions really on the vaccination. I say if people want to do it, go for it. If not, you know, I don't really associate COVID with the flu, but there are some similarities, and there's, all this and that. And I've never had a flu shot, and I've had the flu before one time in my life. Come on, help us pick oranges. Oh, do you? You have lots of orange trees over there? I love oranges. It's just I don't eat them that often, except for this past year, because they're such a pain in the butt to have to peel and all that. It's a pain in the butt. Nobody wants to do that. I think that's why people have resorted to so much snack foods, to unhealthy stuff, because it's and you eat, or and you eat. So I think that's why we resort to a lot of junk food a lot of times. But those little mandarin oranges peel fairly easy. So a lot of times I'll get like 3 or 4 of them, come in here, sit at my desk, I'll eat one, and then maybe a minute later I'll eat another, or an hour later I'll eat another, or whatever. If I got them, I'll usually eat about 3 a day, or at least somewhere in there, somewhere in that, You can peel an orange in 7 seconds. Well, that's a Greek gift, maybe. Maybe you inherited that since you have so many orange trees over there. Could be. Am I wrong? And I'm glad you're in here, because I was just thinking whenever I was warming up that leftover Tom's food, I thought, we compare people and we group people together and all this kind of stuff, and my something that came across my mind was, are Greeks and Italians alike? Are they very similar? And I don't know why I thought that, but I guess food came across my mind, and then kind of your cultures, they seem a lot of, they seem like really family oriented and tradition oriented, whatever. Yeah, okay, similar, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It just come across my mind. My mind is all over the place, so I think of weird stuff. But that's just something that come across my mind. I'm glad you're in here, and I'm glad I thought of that. Well, that's good. That's interesting. Are you similar enough that... well, I know you don't speak the same language, obviously, but is there anything? I mean, like, are you similar enough that you mesh, that you're good, or is it more of clashing? Italians are temperamental and Greeks are loud. Okay, all right, I might can see that, but I think Italians might be loud too. I think they might be temperamental and loud. More so mesh. That's good. That's cool. See? This is a great stream. We're learning something here, guys. We're talking about oranges, and we're talking about different cultures, meshing. That's what we want. That's what we want in life. We want to mesh. Right? Good stuff. Always learning here on Mikeyson TV. Well, I know you're about 7 hours ahead of me. Something like that, right? 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. So you're somewhere around 11:30? Your girls are loud? Well, by the time I meet them, they're going to be probably adults. Well, I mean, I met them when they were tiny. When they were still probably in a stroller. Oh, so you're 8 hours ahead? Okay. It's like I'm looking into the future, man. Looking into the future. So tell me, John, since we've kind of lost contact with one another over the last, 10, 11, 12 so years, you know, real world contact, what do you do? Do you do anything? Do you have any hobbies that you do? You have any passions in life that you follow? Tell me, because you don't really post anything on Facebook or anything. I know you guys are more private oriented, and if you look at my stuff, I'm out there. I'm very open. That's just how I am. What do you do? Do you do any photography? Do you do any drawing? Do you do any painting? Do you do any? Well, I know you play some video games a little bit. Do you jog? You walk? Do you work out? Do you skydive? Do you climb mountains? Do you go spelunking? Do you go bowling? Do you play golf? What do you do? Yeah, I know you stay fairly private. And some people are like that. And then you got people like me that I'll tell you my whole life story and everything about it, upside down, inside out. I don't really care, you know. I'm just that way. Number one, something might help you or affect you in some kind of way that might be a positive, you know, outcome or influence or something. Or you might just learn something new about me, which is always good, or whatever, you know. I talk about the good, the bad, and everything in between. Photography, teaching my kids outdoors. Well, see, if you do photography, you ought to post that on Facebook. I mean, I don't mean you got to throw your kids in there, but I wish you'd share more, you know. I like to keep up with you and everything, but all I see people posting on Facebook is meme after meme after meme, a news story and politics and religion and more news and just constant, just stuff that's not worth even talking about, you know. I'd like to see more people post good, cool, creative, positive stuff. I think that's what irks me as much as all the horrible stuff going on in the world. Hiking in the mountains. Speaking of hiking in the mountains, do you have any predator type threats out there as far as lions and tigers and bears? Oh my. Bigfoot, Sasquatch, any of that good stuff? Do you have anything that you got to worry about? I would, but my brother-in-law hasn't returned my $6,000 gear yet. Number one, if you spend $6,000 on photography gear, I'm going to spank your butt. Number two, you shouldn't have loaned your brother-in-law that kind of expensive equipment. Are you crazy? Wild boar? Really? You got wild boar? I don't know. I guess I wouldn't figure Greece for having wild boar. Cougar? So no bears, no nothing like that. No coyotes or wolves or anything crazy. Let's see if we can find another good story here. People power wins. Of course, a coal mine. Unearth the world's oldest known beer factory. Hey, there you go. Over time, it accumulated. Oh, you do got lots of coyotes? Okay. Yeah, I think our area is pretty much overrun with a lot of coyotes, too. You know, the way it is. Archaeologists in Egypt have unearthed the world's oldest known beer factory, thought to date back 5,000 years. Well, I'm not a beer drinker, but that might be a good news segment for someone who enjoys beer. I know you like beer, John, or used to. You'd have a beer. That might interest you. The history of our world amazes me, and what's sad is we're never going to be able to. We can never go back in time and see facts. Now, I don't want to get on a religious thing or anything like that. This is just bare minimum, bare bones, just talking about history. You know, just from the just what we came from and to where we are now is so. It's so fascinating to me, and it's such a mystery, you know? Yeah, I'm sure the coyotes do get them chickens. Yeah, they're kind of known for doing that, and dogs and cats and all that kind of stuff, too. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting, that beer factory, or I guess factory. Kind of weird. It's thought to have been able to produce 5,000 gallons of beer in a single batch. You know, of course, we can only speculate with history. You know, we can only look back so far and get actual facts, because you know how everything changes over time. You tell a story, and then some more is added to it, and some's taken away, and someone says it different, and this is that, and this is... So, you know, you can only kind of look at so much and take it with a grain of salt. Everyone in England is planting wildflowers. Let's look at this one. Everyone in England is planting wildflower meadows after Prince Charles replants 60 of them to honor Queen. Now, I don't care about the king and queens and princes and all that crap. I think it's a bunch of crap. But it's always nice to see people planting a tree or flowers or some kind of vegetation, because we have stripped our lands so much that, yeah, I'll be surprised if we have any trees left in 100 years. Did you see my Budweiser beer on my Facebook? It's from Czech Republic. I don't know if I did. I may have and just forgot. But let me go look. Let me go take a gander, shall I? Yada, yada, yada. There you are. Well, I've scrolled down a little bit. I don't see anything yet about beer. I see your dad, a couple of pictures of your dad. Yeah, and we were just talking yesterday while we were in Tom's Eating that it sucks not seeing your parents there and you there, and even Costa. I mean, I know he's been gone a while, but still, you know, I think about him. And, you know, going into a restaurant like that, a family-owned restaurant, and, you know, knowing the people that own it and run it, and being friends with the people that own it and run it, is it's such a nice feeling. And especially if you love the people and you like seeing the people and all that, and it goes from all of that, you know, it goes from that to, not really having that anymore. And it just kind of sucks, I mean, we're still getting pretty much the same food as we always have, but it's not the same atmosphere at all. Not even, like, there's nothing, like, it might as well be named Mike's, because, when you go into Tom's, you expected to see Tom in there. Hey, my guy, how you doing today? And then see you in the back. I can always see you in that one glass window that's back there by the pizza machine. I could always see you there, and if you were in the back a lot of times, in your reflection or something, and then going back there and seeing you, and and hanging out and all that, and I know life moves on, and you've moved on and moved over and all that stuff, but it just kind of, it hits the old feels whenever you walk in there, and it's just not quite the same. Yeah, I know you miss Paris. I mean, I'm sure you're perfectly happy and okay in Greece and you fit in. You're Greek. It's not like me going over there. I'm like, "Hey guys, how's everybody doing?" "All right, well, good. I'm glad to see you." You're Greek, so you kind of fit in. But, you know, I know you wanted to be here, and I know you wanted that store, and I know that was your life, and it should have been. But that's another subject that, I don't know if that fits in with our good news segments here. But I do miss, I hate knowing that we've lost contact and we're on different sides of the world, and we grew up together all those years up until like 2007. And, and now you got kids, and I'll never be a part of their lives, and you were a part of my kids' lives for several years. And, it just... But, I'm not the same person I was then, and I know that things go on. I know people change, and things change, and, it just sucks a little bit, Now, I'm not going to try and pronounce any this word or nothing, but China passes landmark law protecting the Yakuha, one of China's mother rivers. I guess that's good news. I don't know what they were protecting it from. I guess I could read the story and learn a little bit more. But yeah, we had some good times, I think all the hours we spent playing games or just talking, a lot of times, we might play games for a minute, but then end up talking for 5 hours. Or, going and grabbing a bite to eat, or getting in the car and going for a ride, or, there's a lot of stuff there. And we had a lot of years that we enjoyed. It's one thing to move on and maybe move to a different county or maybe a different state, but, you're on the other side of the globe. There's no chance of just going, "Hey, John, I'm coming to visit. How you doing?" That's not going to happen. So, maybe you'll make it over here at some point and we can at least visit, for a minute. Oh, I guess they're protecting it from plastics and the chemical pollution and overfishing and all that kind of stuff. So I guess that they got a law passed that is protecting it from that. That's cool. That's cool. Cool. So on your end, the wife and kids doing all good? Everything okay? We won't get into the nitty gritty of it, but just in general, everything good? Yeah, this is one I wanted to look at. I think I seen something on this months ago, and I think I mentioned it on one of my videos even when I did kind of like a good news segment. I think. Oh, you going to bed? All right. Well, I appreciate you chiming in and chatting with me. I appreciate it. Love you guys. Have a good night. Go whoop your kids for me real good in the morning. Get them good. Beat them up real good. All right. We'll see you later. Thank you. See you later. All right. $14 billion raised for Great Green Wall to continue planting trees across Africa, keeping Sahara from destroying villages. Huh. Now, I don't know how that's keeping the Sahara from destroying villages. Maybe the trees are blocking maybe erosion, soil erosion, and wind or something, maybe. Okay. The region was once a lush oasis of greenery and foliage back in the 70s, but the combined forces of population growth, unsustainable land management, and climate change turned the area into a barren and degraded swath of land. Okay. Well, I mean, that's good news. Number one, there's trees being planted, which needs to happen. Number two, hopefully it will help to keep from from destroying more villages and that. Africa's an interesting place, it seems like, but I wouldn't want to live there. But it seems like there's a lot of interesting like lands and different cultures and different stuff there, and all right. Well, that's some good news stuff there. That was good to look at. We went over a few things. Hey, if you're just tuning in, or if you're whatever, you can go back and kind of look at what I went over. I just touched on a few little good news articles. What's this one? 0 rhinos poached in Kenya last year. I wish. Man, killing off all them big, beautiful animals. It really irks me. Irks me pretty good, guys. So, now that we're closing in on an hour of live streaming, and I had a good conversation with my buddy. I'm glad he tuned in. So, I think what I'm gonna go to now is basically my channel and what I might be doing. I don't know if it's going to let me go into my channel because I'm live streaming. That might be what it is. Let me see if I can do this. Maybe? Maybe not? Probably not, because my channel's probably busy with the live stream. Well, there's that. Okay. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do, I think I got a couple things planned for the channel, and that is I'm going to watch a couple of movies here pretty soon and do a discussion on those. No real review, just more discussion. Talking about movies. We all like talking about movies. And I might live stream it sometime, watching the movie and talking about it as I'm watching it, and you can join in. There's a lot of channels that do that, and they get a lot of seem to get a lot of viewership or whatever, views. A lot of people like doing that, so I might do that pretty soon. There's a couple of movies that I've just seen on a channel that I'm subscribed to on YouTube, where they were talking about like Jeepers Creepers. I haven't seen that in a while. I might go back and watch that, but I'm looking at more at this one right here from Drum Dums, X-Ray Hospital Massacre. It kind of has both names. He was talking about how it's kind of known for having two names, X-Ray and Hospital Massacre. So I might look at that and give that a shot, because I don't think I've ever seen that. And then over here, my buddies on Good Real Hunting, they do a battle. They were doing a battle yesterday of a couple of movies, of Seven versus Silence of the Lambs. Now, I've seen Silence of the Lambs, a handful of times, and I pretty much know the story and fairly familiar with it and everything. But Seven, I think I've only seen Seven maybe once, ever. So I think I'm going to go and watch Seven pretty soon. And matter of fact, I'm going to write that down. I'm going to get me a piece of paper. Just going to write that down so I don't forget. Because I want to watch Seven and just see what all the hype is about, because I really don't remember anything about it. Movies to watch. X-Ray. Let me write Hospital Massacre as well. And Seven. So there's two movies that I'm going to watch that look like something I need to watch. So that's something that I'm going to do on my channel. And of course, I got my live streaming going on my other channel, my Old Mental Pickle. Old Mental is one word, Pickle is the second word. That's just where I live stream some video games. Now, I am still uploading, I'll still do some video game related stuff here on this channel, just not a whole lot. I did do something a couple of days ago where I just kind of showcased a little bit of my small collection that I got. So I have done that. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to see if this camera will move down a hair. It probably won't. But I always feel like I'm really, like I got so much space up here. But then again, now you can see my hands. What if I'm doing something down here? You can see me. It's gross. All right. Anyway, just a couple of plans for my channel. Watch a couple movies and maybe do discussions, or maybe even watch live with people. Maybe another video game related something, like I said, really my other channel is just for streaming, so there's so much more to video games than just streaming, so I can still do some video game related stuff here. Um, as far as cycling goes, man, I just don't know. I mean, I could have went for a ride today. Technically, it was another pretty nice day. It was fairly warm, and I still have to go do my walk here in just a little bit anyway. Um, I hope that, say, by the end of March, the very first of April, that I really get on it and start cycling. Now, it's not all I want to do, and if I do it once a week, great. If I do it 7 times a week, that's great. It's something that I want to continue doing, but I don't want it to be the focus of Mikeyson TV, and I don't want it to be the focus of, this is what I do for exercise and health, because there's so much more I want to do. I want to get some dumbbells and maybe a little multi-gym workout station again. You don't know my history really, but I used to be big into working out. I used to be pretty big and strong, way more than what I am now. But I hurt this area of my shoulder and down into my bicep and that. Really, the worst of it is from playing disc golf. Because I throw like that, and I throw extremely hard and crazy. So, and I kept doing it, and even though I was hurting, and I think I've ripped stuff in here, and I've got scar tissue. I know I at least have scar tissue because you can feel it. But it's really, 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 really bad sore. If I try to do any twisting or any kind of movements or pressing or reach back here to try to grab a squat bar, and do squats. There's a lot of limitations. So I'm looking at just getting dumbbells. I can't even do my push-ups anymore because my arthritis is so cruddy ever since October kicked in. So I can't even do my push-ups. But if I can get some dumbbells, dumbbells, you can really keep your wrist locked, and it'll be a whole lot easier. Or even machines. But only thing with a machine is reaching back for handles, But anyway, I'm wanting to do something, and then that'll also give me more content because I can upload stuff like that, I can help people out as far as giving them some tips and stuff because I did work out a long time, and I'm no health guru, I'm no workout guru, I'm no brainchild when it comes to all that. I just know how to pick up weights and put them down, But I'm there for motivation, and I can kind of show you at least decent, proper form and movements and stuff. Because that's one thing I always did, at least when I benched and a couple of other exercises. I was always told that I had really good form. So, I can always help with people with that. And if you're at home and you're working out, you could always join in and you could watch the videos and work out with me or what have you. So, there's a lot of good positive things that could happen from that. And here I am thinking of eating my little tub of ice cream I bought. I never buy ice cream, ever. But today on my way home from my bus route, I stopped at the store and got a couple of things. And I got a little, I don't know if they're called pints or whatever. I don't know. Just got a little thing of ice cream. And I'm probably going to eat it. I'm probably going to eat it before I go and do my walk. So, now I usually wait until it's dark to do my walks. I don't know why, but I like walking in the dark. So, but I got lights that I put on me and stuff, so it's pretty cool. Only thing is the neighbor's dog is constantly barking 24 hours a day, so it kind of ruins the peacefulness and the meditation kind of thing of it. But it's all good. So, alright, we got the plans for my channel with a couple of movies coming up and possibly video game related stuff, and you never know how money might be coming in or something. I might be able to get my workout equipment, and of course, like I said, I'm still going to do cycling, but I don't want it to be the focus. Again, neither for my channel nor for just the main thing that I do for fitness. So there's a lot on the table. I think one of my little popular segments that I do is my everyday kitchen. I don't really have any ideas of what to do. Usually, whenever I do something for the Everyday Kitchen, it just hits me. It's like, okay, I have to cook, so I'm gonna go ahead and just film it. So usually, it just kind of hits me like that. And even my taste tests, whether it's a hot sauce or whether it's these are good. Yes, it is. Ooh, if you've never had that, those are good. So, anyway, yeah. The Everyday Kitchen is just kind of sporadic a lot of times. So, and then a lot of times, I don't even cook a whole lot, that's worth filming. So that's why a lot of times you'll see me just doing a taste test of something, some snack or whatever, because it's easier than trying to come up with something to cook. But I'll do something pretty soon. I'll figure something out to cook and to do and share with everybody. So that I like doing my Everyday Kitchen. I really honestly think that if I did a channel and I labeled it, Everyday Kitchen, I think it would probably do okay, because I tend to have a little bit more fun. I kind of get loose and kind of goofy whenever I'm in there doing that kind of stuff. So, and then I thought about making aprons, and have the Everyday Kitchen on there with maybe a crazy picture of me or something on it. It's things that cross your mind whenever you're trying to make a brand for yourself and get out there and be something and inspire people to do whatever. You're always thinking of things. So anyway, if you think that's a good idea and you watch this, hey, let me know. But we are 1 hour and just over 8 minutes into this live stream. And I know I've been in here by myself, yipping, but maybe someone will chime in and, enjoy going back and watching. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to probably go and eat my little tub of ice cream. And then I'm going to go for my walk. And I'll figure out something else to do from there tonight before I turn in, probably around 11 or 12. So, anyways. If you've tuned in, if you've watched, I appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Go check out all the playlists. That's where all the good stuff's at. I don't even know where I'm going to put this at in the playlist. I have no idea. Probably about me and family or something like that. I don't know. I'll probably put it in there. Also, check out my other channel where I live stream video games, Old Mental Pickle. Old Mental is one word and Pickle is the second word. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff over there. The more you push a decent channel out there, the more the decent channel is going to get recognized by YouTube. And they're going to have no choice but to put me out there and recommend me to others. So, anyways, guys, don't forget, get up, get out, get rad, do it to it. Even when just chit-chatting and having a good old time with Mikey-son. All right? We'll see you guys later. Let's end this live stream right about now, shall we?